Peace. All praise and glory to the mighty Most High. I'm picking back up where I left off yesterday with my battery. It died. Yesterday, my battery lasted all of 28 minutes. 53% of my battery lasted 28 minutes. One of my commenters, one of my subscribers says, due to the electromagnetic pulse, the power, the energy, the force that we are, that could have also been one of the reasons why my battery drained so fast. I was right in the middle of speaking about Aaron and the prophets. I was specifically speaking about Aaron and building the calf. And then at the very end of that was Lot and his family. Lot had angels inside of his home. Lot had these community members come into his house, knock on his door, and say that he wanted Lot to bring the men that had come into the city into outside so that the men could have sex with them, as it says in the Bible. And Lot had said, don't do this terrible deed. Don't do this awful act. So he said, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you my daughters, right? So he gave he said that he'd give his daughters up, his virgin daughters up to men that was going to lay down with other men. So that was quite a horrid thought to think that a man would give up his daughters, right? Okay, so let's begin and pick up where we left off yesterday. Grab a couple pens here. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. So I'd left off at Aaron, the priest, and it mentioned that Aaron did make a bull of gold for the Israelite people, stating that I didn't believe that those people that were among the Israelites when they were led out in the desert, that were saying to Aaron to build us a calf, which I don't believe the story at all. I don't believe that Aaron ever built a calf. I believe that if Aaron, a priest of the Most High, the Spirit of God, built an idol, a calf, that he would have been destroyed. So I don't buy into that part of the story. I don't believe that Aaron ever did build anything. I wonder where my blue pen is at. My blue pen. Where are you, blue pen? Oh, well. We can do it with the green. Altar on the wood. So the sons of Aaron, the priest, are to put fire on the altar and arrange the wood on the fire. Then Aaron's sons shall arrange the pieces, including the head of the fat and the fat on the wood that is burning on the altar. It is a burnt offering, a food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. An aroma pleasing to the Lord. I keep trying to tell everybody that this conversation that's taken place between Moses and the Lord up here called on Moses to speak. This Lord is speaking. We went through that yesterday, about the names of God, the supreme self-existing eternal spirit, Elohim. See, when I was a Christian, folks, I'm telling you, I've never heard of Elohim before. I didn't know anything about this Bible. Nothing. Okay? But I had a traumatic awakening through a relationship. And it brought, even as devastating and traumatic as that relationship was in my life, it is what pulled me out of my nosedive straight to hell. Okay, it was so messed up what I learned about this reality that it pulled the scales off of my eyes. Okay, my eyes bleed every morning. I open my eyes, My thoughts go to the Creator. I repent and I worship him. That's what I do. Okay? If the offering is a burnt offering from the flock, from either the sheep or goat, you are to offer a male without defect. Without defect. This is important because I said this in the lesson yesterday too, but since it's shut down, we'll just go ahead and pick back up on that. The Creator, the Lord, Yahweh, requires sacrifice, which I don't believe in, without defect. The point being made on this argument is that Jesus was a blemished sacrifice. He was beaten to half to death before he ever made it to the cross. We're told that he was crucified with spikes through his hand, this size right here. Back at you, brother. Nice to see you. Praise and glory to the Most High. Thank you for coming in. Yes, Shabbat Shalom. Hope you're having a blessed day. Just going through this. I went through it yesterday. I did part 1. I went live yesterday, part 1. Excellent. Absolutely, man. Glad to hear it. So I went through this yesterday and 28 minutes, bro. I started my video with 53% battery life. And the last video, my last live show, it says Leviticus 1, that it recorded for 28 minutes. So my battery was done in 53, from 53% to 28 minutes. Oh, yesterday when you clicked, oh, you came into the room and clicked on the video and it ended. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, 53% battery life gone in 28 minutes. Yeah, they're not watching me. They don't like the content. The conversation that was going on at that particular time, it was right at the tail end. I don't know if you watched the video, but I was saying that it didn't make sense to me that the Creator or that Aaron, the highest priest of all, would just because the Israelites said to them to build this altar, this bull, build us a god, make us a god, is what the Israelites said in the desert. I was just making reference and telling that there's no way that those were Canaanites. Those were imposters among the Israelites, as it's always been. This is why you have to check and see that the people are approved. 53 is a magic number. A continuing magical number. Well, numbers are pretty much magical on this plane of existence. Everything's magical. Yeah, the first man, Adam, is a supernatural being. So yeah, absolutely, numbers are magical. I'm just now starting to, I may know 1% of understanding numbers today. And that's giving myself a pretty high pat on the back to even say 1%. That's a lot when you start understanding. When I say numbers, though, I'm thinking biblical kind of information. I don't know anything about algebra, geometry, trigonometry, or any of that stuff right there. But then again, all that stuff to me is wisdom of the world. It doesn't mean anything. The book of Numbers, yeah. I'm going to be rolling into that one here pretty soon too, starting in Leviticus and everything, man. How's your family doing? Yes, the world is coded in numbers. Yeah, I think we're all alone. You know, when it really slaps you in the face, you realize at this point in time that we really truly are all alone now. When we're on that deathbed, man, and we're in our thoughts or whatever it is that's going on, you are alone. There may be people sitting there beside you, around you and everything, But the bottom line is we're alone. I'm growing used to it. I'm getting used to it, stronger with it. It becomes easier. I think it's better for me this way here, to be single without a mate and finish out the rest of my life than to be with a woman and have her pass away and go through all that heartache and the grief and the loneliness. I think it's better that I'm going through all of this grief and torment and sorrow and separation and everything from everyone else right now in the flesh, so I don't have to deal with it later. I think we all go through it. I kind of like it myself too, bro. So if the offering is a burnt offering, it's not have any defects. So Jesus Christ crucified, beat down on that cross, was a blemished sacrifice. You are to slaughter. Again, why is the word laughter and slaughter? And laughter, why isn't the word pronounced slafter? Why is it slaughter? Why? It's magical, because duality. Okay, the laughter is from the magic people, the magic numbers, the ones that make up the magic numbers. You are to slaughter it at the north side of the altar before the Lord. Again, before the Lord. This means that you are sacrificing this animal before the Lord. Something that is inside the tent of meetings, which would have to be Yahweh, because someone is speaking. Somebody called for Moses. Who was sent? Who was sent to Moses as a caller to bring Moses before the tent of meetings? Okay, before the Lord, and Aaron's sons, the priest, shall splash its blood on the side of the altar. This beautifully built altar that's had all this time, made of gold, made of silver, made of bronze, beaten, beautifully carved, beautiful hand tool, all done beautifully. And then they're going to slap a dead animal's blood across it. That doesn't make any sense at all. You are to cut it into pieces, and the priests shall arrange them, including the head and the fat, on the wood that is burning on the altar. You are to wash the internal organs and the legs with water, and the priest is to bring all of them and burn them on the altar. It is a burnt offering to the Lord, a food offering to the Lord, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. If the offering to the Lord is a burnt offering of birds, you are to offer a dove or a young pigeon. The priest shall bring it to the altar, wring off its head, and burn it on the altar. Its blood shall be drained out on the side of the altar. He is to remove the crop and the feathers and throw them down east of the altar where the ashes are. He shall tear it open by the wings, not dividing it completely. Why do you think that this piece here isn't divided completely? Think about what I'm going to say here, because the sun, what bird is it? It's the phoenix, right? The phoenix is the sunbird, right? And when after you split a dove open without tearing it open, that's what the dove looks like. It looks like a phoenix, a sunbird, because the phoenix is the bird of fire, dividing it completely. And then the priest shall burn it on the wood that is burning on the altar. It is a burnt offering. a food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. Well, so yesterday, like I said, when I started this, or the day before yesterday, whichever one it was, my memory's not really that well. I think it was yesterday. But I just wanted to get this one out. I'm probably going to get chapter 2 written up on the board today and go over that. Or I might do a sit down show and pull the scriptures up that way. I don't know. A lot of different platforms. I posted a TikTok video and I wanted to say welcome to the new subscribers, those 2 new subscribers that may have came over from TikTok. Thank you. You're going to learn a lot of truth in the Bible if you stick with this channel. I'm a very humble soul today. I don't know everything about the Bible. This is why I read it up on the board before you, so that all of us that are viewing this can see that I am reading all of the scriptures in all of their context and everything that's being said. I'm not picking one side of the New Testament and I'm not picking one side of the Old Testament. I am integrating the 2 books with one another because the 2 books have pieces taken from one area, placed in the other area. This one that was created, Revelations, a very strong book, I believe was a book written before Genesis as well as Enoch. Would you agree with that, Master TV? Are you here still? You hanging? So anyways, these books have been added to and subtracted from. Originally, there are 74 books in the Bible, and 8 of those books were removed. And those 8 books are out there, and there's much more that's been taken as well. There's many other books that are out there that have been written that, you know, the truth be told, if you is now pseudo, there's 2 Enochs. 2 Enochs, 2. Wow. Woo! That's pretty heavy, man. Of course, man. Why couldn't I believe that? Absolutely. Why wouldn't there be 2 Enochs if there's 2 Adams and there's 2 Moseses and there's 2 Jesuses and there's 2 Bibles and there's 2 stories, creation stories? Why wouldn't there be 2? They added to it. Oh, the second book. Yes, there's I think that there's 3 different books of Enoch. Isn't there? I think and then there's the keys. Oh, there's a lot of books out there. And then Big Judah, he reads from a couple of books. They're supposed to be expensive books. I listen to it, but Big Judah doesn't produce a lot of scriptures. He pulls up some, you know, he reads a few of the pages and stuff to us. But I mean, I'm in the book, man. I'm pumping scriptures all the time. Yeah, damn straight. I know that. Woo! Yeah. I think that too. You know, I didn't when I first started listening to him, but then when he started speaking about them, thank you, Gravy Train. It's very kind of you. Yeah, when he starts talking about that divine spirit and stones and magics, that kind of shied me away from him. The first few videos and stuff that I was watching of him, you know, the acknowledgement to how Yahweh Shai, and all that. The earthly mother and the earthly mother. Yeah, I don't buy into any of that. I am stuck on one supreme force that moves everything into place, created everything that is, and is in control of everything that's moving. God has his hand on everything. He has his hand. He has to have his hands on the Gentile, but it's outside, man. Our brains, like I've said, are Wi-Fi. Yeah, I know, man. And it's hard to really tell unless you have a lot of interaction with somebody, because like I don't know if you know Deshaun Whitehead. He always used to say not all skin folk is kinfolk. Well, he's a perfect example of that himself. I really liked that man. I did. I had a kind admiration for him, but uh, you know, he just had to come clean about a few things, and him and I could have been straight, but his ego was too much. He is what he is. So I would say he's a Canaanite, or himself an Amorite as well. They're always getting their asses whooped from the tribes, huh? So, anyways, what's going on with you? You been doing any teaching? You teach out on the streets? Do you talk to people? When I first started this channel, people see the glow. Yeah, brother. What are you in the United States? I get a lot of that too. I've got a few comments like that too. Yeah, the scales are off your eyes, stuff like that. VA, is that like Virginia? I don't uh I don't know that abbreviation. Yeah. Northern Virginia. That's green country out there too, isn't it? Yeah. It's one of the beautiful states. Virginia, Kentucky, Florida. I don't care for the eastern states too much, like Chicago and New York. Those states, complete east, they're just shot out, man. When you see Hollywood and they take a shot over a city, man, and you just see all that land, man, all that mass land, just a plot of freaking cement. Are they there now? That's all you got to do, man. Just talk to them about God, man, or not, man. Last time I mentioned God to officials, man, they threw me down on the ground and beat knots on the back of my head, threw me in jail for 5 days, made me go to court for 2 years. Yeah, they dragged me through the ringer. And then I filed the police report and everything. I was just told recently by the captain, the new captain, Captain Perry, Pudge Face Perry, that they were going to take no disciplinary action upon the officers, and that they felt that the officers were within their duty. Well, number one, I found out later, check this out. Later, if you went to my Facebook page, I have this posted video of one of the officers that beat me down. He was already retired. Yeah, or he retired a month after he beat the shit out of me, one or the other. He was retired before the incident took place, or he fell that out later, man. He retired a month after he beat me down. And that was and then the Captain Perry, he said, "No, man, we're not gonna prosecute our officers. We found that everything that they did." And you know what was if thinking back on it now, man, and I never even brought it to anybody's attention, but the very fact that I brought it was that the officers, when they beat me down out there that morning, that they didn't produce any kind of video evidence that would have incriminated me. In fact, they hid video evidence. Yeah, we're gonna get them. Just the words of the by slaying these Gentiles. Once I want to welcome the other person who just came in. If you're listening, we're just kind of chatting out. I just finished the lesson and everything. And this channel here, we teach one God and that there's two races of people. Actually, there's three races of people now, because you had one race of people, which were the Gentile race that was created. And then you had another race of people, which was molded from the dust. This race had the breath of God breathed into their nostrils. See, so whoever it was that was just here, they don't like hearing about two different nations, bald-headed Assyrians. Hey, take it easy now, Jackson. I'm working on it. I could care less, though, myself. If I cared about what I looked like today, I wouldn't stand in front of this camera with my teeth missing. No skinheads. No skinheads. Yeah, you mean like Joe Rogan, or how about Patton, or how about who's the new uprising star, man? That Tate guy, Andrew Tate, is that his name? His name's everywhere. Him and his brother, the two that got busted over in Ukraine with a bunch of hoes, or supposedly for sex trafficking and all that stuff. So that's that's another story too, man. I don't look to anybody today. It's better to be alone, like you said. Better to be alone, walking straight, upright with the Creator, not sacrificing, just doing what's righteous by Him, loving Him, worshiping Him, calling on Him, praising Him, giving it all to Him, and talking to others about Him, bringing others back to the Supreme Spirit, the living God, the self-existing eternal truth. It has to be the Spirit of truth. It must be the Spirit of truth. All praise and glory to our Creator, the Most High. Thanks a lot for stopping in, brother. I appreciate that. Legion, aka Legions, aka Jinn, aka the Gentile in flesh. Gentile in flesh. Gentile are aka Jinn, Jinn, or Djinn, spelled Dinn, as in aka the legions, well said there, brother, of the Gentile, Gentile in flesh, the Gentile. It doesn't show you in the room, bro. You're in the room still? I thought you left. Doesn't show anybody inside of my room, but yet here you are commenting. I thought you walked out. I was ready to end the stream. Or are these coming up later? Are you still here? Yeah, I don't get it. Sketch. Yeah, man, I've sketched a few times in my life. That's for damn sure. No doubt about that. So yeah, brother, the Jinn are Gentile in flesh. And I love that, what you got there. Legion. See, I love it. This is why I love talking to people. I'm going to add that one to my lesson too. Now it shows you in there. Legion. I like it. as in legion. I like it. Legions. Well done, brother. I'm going to be adding that one to my spiel. Throw that one out there a few times. I like that. But I'm going to jump off here now, man. Thanks for coming in and joining me, man. All praise and glory to the Creator. You know, I'm when my pops passes away, brother. I plan on doing a trip around the United States, going around and visiting my family and friends and those who I've come close to on the internet, and visiting people and just saying hello to everybody and giving everyone that I know in my family this last face to face that they'll ever see from me. They can receive this message from me face to face and be part of my family, and then or not. But I am not family with anybody that's serving multiple gods. I am here. My purpose on this life today is to bring you back to the rightful worship of the Spirit of truth, the living God. Jesus wants to be the God of both the dead and the living, and the supreme self-existing eternal creator. I will visit you, brother. You just you have my email address. My email address is whiteraptornewsministries@gmail.com. Just drop me your address if you're serious, because I am planning on heading out that direction. I will be heading out. I plan on maybe stopping by Kansas and New Jersey, maybe North Carolina. I have a few people and friends over there that I want to contact. Okay, well, yeah. I think the last joke, seriously, that I did, the last joke that I said in jest, that was just like, off my lips, was maybe God may be punishing you. And that was said to my old buddy Sean at Breaking Free. No, well, I imagine that you and I together, man, we would roll, because we're on the same page and stuff. You have to be on the same page with somebody to find something funny, because in this reality that we live in, there's nothing that's funny, man. It's serious out there. This is why it's so difficult to be funny. This is why they use comedians to distract you with the real issues, man. I mean, George Carlin was a great comedian for breaking out the truth and letting people know about the government. And, he had his own odd way of talking about Jesus. In fact, I just posted a little short yesterday of George Carlin talking about religion and everything, about being going to hell and burning in hell. And if you do this and you don't listen to these commandments and you don't follow these rules, you're going to burn in the fire and you're going to be punished for everything you've ever done. But I love you. So it was pretty funny one too. But I'm going to cut out of here. Thanks for joining me, brother. I appreciate your presence. All praise and glory to the mighty Most High, our Creator, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, drop me a mail, an email, whiteraptornewsministries@gmail.com, man. You have my email. You drop it to me. Yeah, I'm coming out. I mean, I don't know when it'll be. I'm hoping my dad lives another 5-10 years, man. If the only thing is, if he does live another 10 years, he might outlive me, man. My lungs, I can barely breathe today. So, well, no, we don't know, man. But thanks a lot, bro, for coming in. Much love to you. I'm going to cut out. This is White Raptor News Ministries. Peace. Shabbat Shalom.